insect collectors. A lost man stumbled into their gathering. After just one taste, he could never forget it. Back home, he vowed to brew this glowing sake himself. He spent most of his life becoming a famous brewer in the region, but he still couldn't produce even a rough version of the glowing sake. Strangely, whenever he sent his youngest son to deliver sake, the customers always complained that the bottles were short. The boy would get scolded by the buyers, but when he got home, his father didn't punish him. Instead, he looked pleased. He knew that a kind of creature called insects was stealing the sake. The more they stole, the closer he was to brewing the glowing sake. But he didn't know that glowing sake was actually the source of nature itself, far beyond the reach of ordinary alcohol. The father was so obsessed with making it that the boy was influenced and became deeply interested in brewing it too. 10 years passed. Through hard work, the boy actually produced a rough version of the glowing sake. It looked just like the real thing. He couldn't wait to take a sip. Though it didn't taste exactly like the real glowing sake, it was still special in its own way. Right away, he wanted to share his joy with his father. But as he walked along a mountain path, he was attacked again by the insects. This time, they not only tripped him but also dragged his precious sake into the forest. When he finally caught up, he was surprised to see lights glowing in the distance. Like his father years ago, the boy had stumbled into a gathering of insect collectors. There, he ran into Ginkgo, who had come to the meeting. Seeing the glowing sake in the boy's hand, Ginkgo thought he was a new insect collector who didn't know the rules. So he kindly told him that if he dripped a few drops of glowing sake on the ground, the insects would stop bothering him. The boy did as he was told, and sure enough, the insects left him alone to drink the sake on the ground. Then the boy went to the center of the gathering and saw that the insect collectors were selling all kinds of strange scrolls. The currency they used was the precious glowing sake. The boy, carrying so much glowing sake, quickly drew the attention of many insect collectors. They eagerly tried to sell him their products. The boy immediately spotted a sake cup. It was the same kind his father used to drink from. So he traded his homemade glowing sake for the cup. But what he found strange was that none of these people actually drank the glowing sake. Just as he was wondering why, all the insect collectors suddenly packed up their stalls. They orderly dripped a few drops of glowing sake into a bowl. As the sake disappeared from the bowl, a jar next to it began to fill up with glowing sake. It turned out this was the last gift from a dying light vein to the insect collectors. But when the stall owner who had traded with the boy poured in his sake, the jar showed no reaction at all. Everyone began to suspect he was a fraud. Panicking, the stall owner pointed at the boy who had traded sake with him. The boy panicked too. As the stall owner rushed toward him, the boy turned and ran for his life. But he was caught by Ginkgo. Just as Ginkgo was about to call the others, the boy finally told